All right, friends and family, I got another scam to let you know about. This one was really kind of like just sad how easy it was to tell, but I don't know. I wasn't doing anything. I'm just sitting here in the shade waiting for it to get not hot. So I strung him along for a little bit. He's like, comment on my post and I'll give you a gift. Or he said, no, a blessing, I think is what he said. And he goes, he's like, say a word with 2 O's in it. And I'm like, all right, with oops. So congratulations, you've been qualified for $2,500. Right. I was like, seriously? Yeah, I got the Cash App, so I give him my Cash App tag. And here it is if, anyone's feeling actually generous. Because like, this is so messed up. Because, like, he's like, payments processing. He sends these screenshots that are supposedly, like, proof. And then all these other, like, I get down further here, but... here you go. Then it requires a deposit fee, which is $100. Then once it paid to you, the account, English is horrible too, which is always a red flag. But anyway, so I'm like, no, man, I'm completely broke. I got $1.13 in the bank. Would have been nice though. And he's like, oh, it's been completed already. All you got to do is give me the $100. And then it goes on and on for a while. His clearance fee. And I send him a screenshot of my $0 in my Cash App. And then he's like, well, how much do you have? And I was like, dude, I got 20 in cash, $1.13 in the bank, and $5 this afternoon. That's coming from that survey site. And then he's like, well, how do you want to get your payment? And I'm like, yeah, no, what about the $20? I'm like, well, $20 is cash. He's like, well, what about, you got a store in your, he doesn't give up. It's like, so are you doing that? And like, well, I'm like, I highly doubt it. And he's like, all this, and he says the same stuff again. And then here you go. This is funny. He does this screenshot of like all these people that have supposedly gotten money, which, as you notice, it's a different amount here. All of them got $1,500. But look at the timestamps. This is hilarious. Like, all of them are within about 3 minutes of each other, which is, of course, physically impossible. And he's like, you should be happy. And then and just go to deposit $20 cash. And then he gets on. Eventually, he says, and the spelling is horrible, but it's like down further. And he talks about, then I told him I was like, yeah, it's like that time I got scammed where I got a big check, but I had to wire money first, and then the check bounced. And of course, I didn't wire the money, but if I had, I'd have been out of luck. And then I sent him the definition of the word gift. It's like a gift, a thing given willingly to someone without payment, a present. And then I was like, yeah, I can Photoshop too, man. It's pretty easy to fix. And then blah, blah, blah. And he says, you can see that it's pending and can be canceled. Or I said that. And then he says, it can be canceled without your permission from you because it has been approved from the company, which I don't know what company that would be. It's supposed to be just from him. This is funny. And he's like, what bank do you use? I'm like, private bank in Iowa. And he's like, he meant debit, obviously. Do you have debt on your credit card? And he sends me this question all the time. So I threw him a bevy of those. And I'm like, do I have department on my non-existent credit card? No. Can you receive a check? It's like, damn, dude, he's just going on and on and on. And then he says, I'm like, and then at the end, and by then he'd already been apparently blocked and reported by somebody else. Because at the end, I was like, doesn't it bother you trying to scam a homeless person with $1 in the bank? I wish that had gone through, because like just a second later, and maybe it would have gone through. And that would have been pretty funny. But anyway, so not that anyone really needs this warning, because it's pretty obvious. It's like those old emails from the 90s, like, I'm a Nigerian king and I just need your bank details to deposit my fortune in your bank. I can't believe people are still doing this stuff. Or people still fall for it? I mean, I would hope not. But anyway, of course, if you're watching this, don't fall for it.